It's a Tuesday. Oh, yeah, it's a Tuesday. I gotta pick up the speed a little bit. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday. Welcome to the Great Night pre-show greeting room whole dang thing. Bryce Castillo, and you're joining me as I'm here to navigate you and escort you in and out of the great room, the whole dang thing. Bryce Castillo, I'm here with you. Of course, thank you for being patrons over at Patreon. Coming up. We're gonna have a fun little show for you tonight. We got some stories. I got an interesting idea, or not an interesting idea. I've got some interesting things from the internet. We're gonna find out about the new Riz King. Did I say night attack? Fuck! Did I seriously? Did I say night attack? No! Don't tell me it's a night attack. Fuck. Hold on. I did get a little bit of the belt, and that's okay. It's okay to get a little bit of the belt. Anyway, patreon.com/greatnight is where you can go to support us, and the whole whatever we call it. If we call it Night Attack or Great Night, or maybe we call it Professor Pimple Popper's Pizza Popapurium. We don't even know. We don't even know.
Bryce, if you can hear us, we cannot hear you.
Oh, that's interesting, because I can hear you, but
I'm just going to assume that
it probably helps if I
live.
turn it on in Skype. Hello. Can you hear us now?
Hi. How are you?
Good. Green room, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, have a green room.
All right, we will. We will have a green room.
Yes.
Who's this? Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Kitchen.
Darren Kitchen.
Hey. Come on into the green room, baby.
How's it going?
Grab a microphone so people know what's going on. What'd you bring?
Oh, just
Beer in a bag?
Just beer in a bag.
Just
little stash.
You want to know what? You actually were prescient, because normally this place is stock full.
Oh, yeah.
And it is.
Well, I brought more than enough to share.
Well, here, hold on to it for right now. We are down one Brian Brushwood.
Yeah, I heard it's really unfortunate. My condolences.
Yes.
To him and his family. And
His family on this day, we see clearly. Brian Brushwood is not here.
Yep.
He's gone.
Yep.
From this house.
Yes.
Will he return? We don't know.
Who's to say?
We don't
to
know.
say?
If the Lord's willing.
And the creek don't rise.
Yeah.
That's right.
Uh-huh. Anyway, yeah, Brian's not here. He's sick. Darren, you are here. You're not normally here.
I'm back.
Remember to talk into your mic.
Yeah.
Act like
I'm
you're
back.
a fucking internet professional.
Oh, yeah, that's right. How does internet work again?
How does internet work? You've been on the road.
I'm back, baby.
Yeah. No, but where on the road? Tell the people of your travels.
Yeah, I just really missed the road. So the Peanut, as it's lovingly known, the camper van,
your big tricked out van,
and tricked out spurner that on the outside is like, and probably needs like one of those like monochromatic American flags, and I get like all those like, thumbs up from dudes with like tricked out Jeeps,
jacked up,
trucks. Jacked up, and then you like walk inside, and it's like, did like Instagram throw up in here?
Yeah.
So it's an interesting beast.
It's camouflage.
Yeah, It's Harley Davidson on the outside and Sephora on the inside.
yeah, pretty much. It's cozy.
That's really what it is.
Yeah. It's really it's tough, and then it's pinkies up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
But where have you been? Where did you go? They can't stalk you because you're already back.
I got to send you the video. It's so good. Just living life's adventures. Flew out, picked it up in the Bay Area, took it to South Lake Tahoe, then down the Eastern Sierras, one of my favorite places ever, outside of a town called Lone Pine, little area called Alabama Hills. It's like BLM land. They shoot a lot of movies there. Remember Tremors?
Yes.
Yeah. Tremors was shot there.
Wow.
What
And
about
the opening,
Tremors 2?
in the opening scene to what's that Marvel movie with the rich guy that builds a suit?
Iron Man.
Yeah, so the beginning of that where they like blow something up.
Afghanistan, where they're supposed to be in
It doubles
Afghanistan.
for
Yeah,
Afghanistan.
it doubles for Afghanistan. It also works for Star Trek Generations.
Okay.
So the scene, Picard is fighting some
Oh, now
dude.
you know the reference.
Yeah.
That would be Picard would be fighting the guy from. Oh, what is his name? Famous actor.
Yeah.
The guy from Famous Actor?
No, he's a famous actor.
What
from-
other kind of shit is he in?
Crazy that they
Describe
cast a
him.
famous
Describe
one.
him.
He was in Tank Girl. he was in.
Lori Petty is the only person I know in
Malcolm
Tank Girl.
McDowell. Thank
Malcolm
you.
McDowell.
I know. And that's embarrassing that I remember Tank Girl and I don't remember the other movie. Shit.
Yeah.
Clockwork Orange?
Yep. There you go.
That is embarrassing.
That's very embarrassing.
That's really embarrassing.
All right. Rub it in.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's a great place. I camped there a lot early pandemic, and it's very different now. Like back then, it was very like, you know, anything goes, and now it's like, oh, like you can't camp here. Like there's like no camping everywhere signs. Like
gotcha.
it's very formalized now, and that's unfortunate.
Like, do you need like a permit
you don't
to
need a
like?
permit per se. You just need to get in there before everybody else does, because there's
Because you want to be
they're
apart from
limited.
people.
yeah,
Like that's the whole reason why you have a tricked out van is so you can not be around people.
exactly.
And so if everybody's like crowding around, like you're not trying to be in a tailgate
Mhm.
party
it got too popular. It became like the spot, you know.
for psychopaths who take their vehicle far out into a place where
Yes.
there's no emergency response.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, it's great.
So among that crowd, which I can imagine, like how weird, like if you walk down the street in Austin and you were to just meet a random person, just give me an on average how weird they are 1 out of 10.
Oh, I mean,
Like, and I don't mean in the like keep
Yeah,
Austin
no,
weird,
no, no,
like yeah, somebody's gonna have a mustache that turns into a question mark or something like that. But I just mean like odd, like unsettling, unpredictable. Like how does that person, the average person that you run into on the street in a city, compared to the average person that you might run into that drives their van thousands of miles so they might be at this particular place?
all right. So you're asking me to compare like the average Austinite to a van dweller.
A van dweller, yes.
Well, then it makes the Austinite a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the van dwellers are odd.
You got to be weird to do it.
It is a self-selecting a community.
Yeah. Soon after,
Give me a behavior that you tolerate implicitly from a van person that if it happened at a bar in Austin, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
All right. So you got to be really careful. You got to be respectful walking around, you know, campsites and cruising around and stuff, because you want to like maintain some like respectful distance of like, I'm not trying to like park right next to you, you know?
Yeah.
And one of the
That's some medieval shit.
Right?
That's some like hard coded, like tribal, like out in the woods kind of shit.
yeah. And there's like weird code stuff. Like people will like, oh, we're going into town, so they'll leave their camp chairs to like hold their spot.
There you go.
Really?
And I've heard stories of people like, oh, I left my camp table. I came back and people were cooking on it.
They just thought it was abandoned.
Oh, hey, camp table, cool. Let's make some chow.
So, all right, you have to give a wide berth.
You have to
for-
give a wide berth, and the reason for that is because you don't want to get into the aggro radius of some of them. You never know when they're literally going to stop you and be like, and like apropos of me wearing this, hey,
which is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles T-shirt for
Yes.
audio listeners.
Yeah. Original series.
and it was a hey, you know, they were all different shades of green, and like I didn't know what I was wearing at the time, so I'm like,
no.
Huh? Oh, the turtles. Yeah, I know. I had the action figures. They were ever so slightly different shades of green. And then this is the part where the narrator comes in and there's like a splash screen and it says 30 minutes later.
Yeah.
I was just trying to go and get some, water or something.
So you not only have to deal with somebody who might be aggro, like, bro, what the hell you doing, bro? Back up, bro. But also the people who are extraordinarily lonely.
Yeah, the people who
They've
haven't
been
seen...
starved for attention. Now, you're traveling with your girlfriend, so at least you guys have the ability to talk to each other. But there was once a time where you were that dude.
I was.
In a van by yourself,
myself.
driving around. So I'm sure that there's an element of it you can understand, right?
I can, but there's a time and a place for that. See, when I was solo in the van, I found friends at the trailhead, where you find the pickup friends, and everybody knows.
Sure.
Oh, and I would just not be discreet about it. I'd be, in the peanut. My favorite thing it's got on the back of it is a little pop-out hammock, and so I'm just like chilling in a hammock, reading my Kindle or something, and eventually somebody comes up and is like, strikes up conversation. Because
You're like a single guy at the dog park with a cute dog.
Yeah.
But it's you in the hammock for lonely van lifers.
Yeah.
You just like, you're in the hammock and they're like, wow, man, cool hammock. Anyway, new friend, what's poppin'?
Exactly. I've made author friends that way, fighter pilot friends, astronomy people. I met someone that was on like underwater expeditions to map the ocean floor and find Amelia Earhart's plane for some discovery documentary.
This is going to be amazing when you got to get them together for one last score.
Yeah. You would think also there would be a lot of rockin' based etiquette when you have vans around.
Yeah,
right?
give me an example.
People be fucking.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because
So what is the etiquette?
Rule one.
Yeah,
If the van's rocking,
don't come a knocking.
Everybody
right.
knows that one.
But I don't think anybody. That's not a problem.
Well, the trick is know your suspension and understand there's lateral movement, and then look, the van's not going to rock the same way every direction. There's a north-south rock that is so much more subtle than an east-west rock,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How many times have you seen another van rocking in a campsite? Because also, I'm going to temper this by saying that I will take the under. It would not shock me if you told me that you had never seen it. Because at the end of the day, if you were just to say to many women or men, would you like to? Well, men would probably want to do it, but like for many women, you want to fuck in this van. Like the answer almost overwhelmingly would be no. I don't want to fuck in this van. In fact, that would be a
you
great.
mean the one a bango.
Yeah, like that is a survey says a Family Feud question that would come up. Like we asked 100 women would they want to fuck in this van. Survey said 0. Maybe
right.
one or two.
Sure.
But have you seen it?
No, I can't say I have.
Does not surprise
Were you
me.
really
I'm glad
paying
that I got that in.
attention,
I mean, I'm not really there with my binoculars checking out everybody else's site, I mean, you do the thing where, of course, when you're walking by and there's doors open, you're like, oh, look at the cabinetry they did, of course.
I get the sense, and I've never been out there with you, but like it's kind of like a luxury trip to Mars. Like it takes a lot of money. You got to focus on a lot of your own shit. If something goes wrong on your end, then your trip to Mars is fucked.
Yeah.
But when you get there, you're like happy that you're seeing other people on Mars.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, other people on Mars. Anyway, we're all leaving back to our places on Earth. Bye.
Yeah. Like Mike and Rhonda at Grand Staircase Escalante, halfway between the town of Page, Arizona, and Kanab, Utah. Some dark sky territory where if you wake up at 2 in the morning, you can see the galactic core and the Milky Way.
Nice.
It's epic. And, those, I say Mike and Rhonda, the only other souls that were on this Forest Service land who, because you're the only other soul there, will strike up a conversation and chat your ear off about whatever, their meth head brother or hot rods that they build back home.
El Condor Pasta here in our chat says that on YouTube, I feel like I see a lot of van life couples. You have now been out with your girlfriend on the road in the van. You are also a student of the van life vlogging game. Can you give us some like reality meets YouTube comparisons, things that you see on these vlogs that are like, what are they leaving out?
Yeah.
What are they maybe heightening?
I think probably the biggest thing that you see left out are the Marriotts and Hiltons in between. Because like the reality of the situation is, even if you're not, have a van nice enough to have a shower, is it a great shower, or is it a trickle you can get a little soapy and rinsed? I would say laundry builds up, and eventually you're left with some options. And one of the better ones is why don't we just treat ourselves to a nice little Marriott for the night? Hop in the hot tub, do some laundry, take a 25-minute shower.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would imagine that one of those would be shitting. Like yes, you've got a solution on your van, but I would imagine that, boy, does the miracle of modern plumbing really start singing to you when you can walk into a hotel and just take advantage of this high pressure marvel of modern engineering.
Yeah, unless you know you're going to get water the next day, in which case, if the weather is appropriate, you take an outdoor shower and just use what's in the tank.
Yeah.
And those have been fun.
Yeah. Those shits.
I love the no, I'm just saying I love
It's like,
the outdoor
that was a
showers.
hell of a shit.
The outdoor showers are great. Just saying, when there's like no in an eye shot for as far as the eye can
That
see.
is pretty amazing.
Oh, and you're just buck naked outside
naked
your
in the
van.
middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, no, I mean, my uncle had an outdoor shower when I was growing up, and that always it's like there is an invigorating element to an outdoor shower.
Yeah, like there's.
But they had
psychological
plumbing.
studies.
It was like on his house. Like, I
okay.
can only imagine. So like you have to make sure that you're like, oh, this is like a shower for a king. Like we are using like an extravagant amount of water that you would otherwise need. Because again, you're on a fancy trip to Mars.
Right.
It is indeed, and a lot of times it looks like Mars. Like no
Yeah.
joke. What I'd imagine.
I wonder where they shot the
Oh, actually,
The Martian. Have
hang
you
on.
been to that place?
Do you know what's crazy? When we got to this place I was talking about, Alabama Hills, where they've shot these movies,
Yeah.
driving around, and out of nowhere, where I'm like, is that an astronaut? Literally, dude in a spacesuit with the big backpack and everything, like looked like NASA dude. And then there goes a drone slowly hovering right behind him. And then I see the film crew, and I'm like, oh.
So what was
What
it? Do you know?
movie?
I don't know. This is 2 movies I've run into. It was Kevin Costner's was the other one. And
Oh my God!
Moab.
Yeah, no, we actually have. Let's save this reveal for the main show. But you had a great interaction with somebody at a hotel bar. But one of the other interactions was apparently fucking Kevin Costner.
Yeah, I didn't know I was having a beer at the same bar with.
Oh.
And chiming into conversation about AI taking writers' jobs with.
This is
honestly-
recent.
Yeah, this was the other day. He was he's shooting a new film out in Moab. It's the second in a series of 4. The first one's already done, and I can't remember the name of it.
He does not like a
Natural
short-
Horizon
Horizon.
is what you sent me.
Yeah.
Kevin does not like a short movie.
I mean, a 4-part movie is
Yeah,
like that's.
yeah.
Whatever
Apparently,
whatever happened to a good trilogy? You know what I'm saying? Why do we have to do 4?
Because you want to lock in the studio.
Yeah.
For one more movie, because
Just
they're
one
gonna
more.
pay you an option price for all of them, and then whether or not they make them, they make them. But
Right.
at least you're gonna get that money up front. But yeah, so you were just sitting. Wait, you were in. Is this when you were in Salt Lake?
No. This is in Moab, so just outside of Arches National Park, and of course, at the Marriott, as you do when you live in a van.
Yeah.
Yes.
For the laundry.
for the glorious shit and the wonderful shower.
And the never-ending shower.
Yeah.
May they never meet.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just, I don't know. I didn't know him from.
You're
David.
not like a pop culture maven.
I'm sometimes I miss the pop culture references unless it happened in a very narrow time period,
Or you've just watched it.
or it's esoteric '60s stuff. you
Oh
know?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're like if it's like some like Ginger Rogers shit,
Oh
then
my
you're like fucking all over it.
When I'm with my
Forever,
girlfriend's
forever.
parents, so my girlfriend's boomer parents are amazing, and I love just like throwing in the like, yeah, kind of like bedtime for Bonzo with
Ronald
with
Reagan.
Ronald Reagan.
You couldn't pull Ronald Reagan.
Yeah,
With
the president.
You know, the
Okay, I couldn't
guy,
remember
the
Malcolm
guy,
McDowell, so-
you know,
there was the monkey.
good morning for something. It's
Yeah.
morning in somewhere.
something on a hill.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Shining actor on a guy.
Hat on a hat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's hilarious. But anyway, so they get all your references.
They do. Yeah. Well, I mean, I can throw down like a thick oldie reference. It's just the new stuff. I took a break when I started Hack 5. So like from 2005 onward, I'm a little sketchy.
Yeah.
I've seen some things. I've seen like 30 Rock and Community.
There you go.
So hey.
Well, yeah, but you're like catching up now.
Yeah, I'm catching up.
You're like watching shit.
Yeah,
now.
finally, I have cleared enough in my calendar that I can. I have started watching TV again, and I recommend it.
After a 20-year hiatus.
Yeah.
Hey, 18. Yeah,
18.
18.
18
Who's
years.
counting? Yeah,
18 years.
Already working on the challenge, going for 20. That's
On
gonna
the
be fun.
18th birthday, they found out he didn't watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, so you're at this random ass. So nobody else is at this fucking Marriott except for people from the movie and
Everyone. Yeah. When it was literally in the laundry room, met both the assistant producers or assistant directors. Yeah, and it's just like everybody, all the conversations you overhear around the thing is like, the union. Like it's all.
Oh, so
just
they're all
Hollywood
talking
stuff.
about the WGA strike.
Yeah.
They're doing all that.
Exactly. Yeah, and you know what I thought was crazy? I was like, oh wow, that's so cool that you guys get to film in the park. I just made the crazy assumption, like, hey, correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, NPS won't let us do that. We're shooting on BLM, but we've pissed off the BLM field office, and I think they might kick us out.
Oh man.
Really?
Yeah, which is and the BLM land around Arches
Also,
is like.
explain BLM for people who are otherwise Fox News viewers.
So there are many there are many types of public land around the country, most on the western half of the country, and you got your U.S. Forest Service land and other things, ag land. But then there's BLM, which is just Bureau of Land Management. It's just like all the other stuff of acreage that didn't end up in someone else's hand. So.
Man, that Lewis and Clark, they really swung a bargain, huh?
Yeah,
like it's 2023. We're still figuring out what the fuck to do with this shit.
Like, whose is it? It's not. It's,
Well, I mean,
I
it's
don't know,
like
whatever. Find the Bureau of Land Management. I don't
Sure,
fucking
I
know.
don't know.
Yeah, here's half.
Someone's got to answer for it.
literally half of Nevada.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's like 12 dudes that manage all of the land for Utah, and their job is to just make sure that these thousands upon thousands of acres are, kept pristine and with access to the public, so that you've got somewhere.
So you can go as a public person, but you can't build nothing. You
Can't build nothing.
Right.
You can stay for 14 days, but
And then at 14 days, if
then you gotta
somebody
move.
remembers,
Yeah.
they're going to kick you out.
exactly, if one of the 12 guys comes by and still sees you, is going to be like, "Hey, now," and then you're going to be like, "No, I left, and then I came back."
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, yeah, something like that.
And you can have they graze cattle on it, and
That's true. Yeah,
yeah,
I saw some
the
good
whole thing
cattle
about
grazing.
the guy who
Is that Cliven Bundy
yeah
that had?
yeah
So he
well,
was,
he was like,
letting
this is my land. He was saying, no, this is my land. You're
Yeah.
like, no, it's not.
You can also lease it
Yeah.
to pan for gold, and then you're allowed to build a structure. You literally get a lease that as soon as you die, it goes back to the government, and you don't own the lands. You just owned rights to the minerals on the lands. Although you actually have to share some of the gold with the government. And you have to prove that you're actually like you're allowed to build a structure as long as it is
Shit sounds like a deal a leprechaun would make.
exactly
Rumpelstiltskin, you'll just be done with
as long as it's a log cabin or something like period appropriate or like blends in. Like they've got
What
like,
period though?
It's like the I don't know.
Upon
the forest-
here, a deal is made, but only for your life where will you be in the shade. For when the sun is high and cresting, the gold you make 5% to me it goes.
Yeah, something to that effect. I think that's
Yeah.
in the HOA.
That's in that.
and the green roof it will have. Yeah, and because it's a great way to like if you wanted to have some badass land in the Sierras, you could get it for like $5,000-$6,000, but you can't build anything unless you prove to them that you're really panning for gold. And I have no idea how they check.
Check the video.
Exactly.
Film myself panning gold every day.
Look, it's a panning shot of me panning gold.
Do people still try to mine for gold? I guess
yeah.
they do in America.
Oh yeah.
That sounds like a fun thing to do if you're like a 9-year-old. You know, here, kid, here's a plate. There's a stream. Get the sparkly stuff.
Yeah.
Like for about a half an hour, and then you're kind of done. If you're not finding anything,
You know, you say that, and yet people still go fishing every day.
it's true. It's a fine line.
Oh, you
between-
think it's like a Zen thing?
Might
Yeah.
be,
Every day I go to the creek, and every day I find one glitter fleck, and I'm happy. I'll put them all together, and one day I'll have a scent.
It quiets the shouting. In
Yeah.
the brain.
Yeah. You know what? You want to talk about like a special
Did you know
kind
that
of
they were
human?
all a different kind of green?
Cowpad Margold. Come on.
So where next? You guys are headed back out after this
Yeah.
weekend.
So we meandered through California and Arizona. Highly recommend Sedona, great vortexes. And then on into Utah to do what they call the Mighty Five, the big, 5 national parks they got there. We got 4 of them done. So you got
Grand Canyon.
Yep, we
Bryce
did that.
Canyon.
Bryce Canyon did that.
That's all I got.
Actually, I don't even know if Grand Canyon is on that list because that's technically Arizona. So I
Even
think
in the north.
it's Zion, which was dope.
Yeah.
Dope. I thought I was in Jurassic Park or heaven. One and
Okay.
the same the whole time. It was amazing. Although they have like a little shuttle bus that takes like all the tourists around because they don't let cars down the scenic drive.
Okay.
So you get in something that literally came out of the Epcot Center.
Okay.
Unless you're on a bike, in which case that's what we did. It's just that's a travel hack there. Take your bike. Anyway, so Zion, Bryce Canyon.
Well, there's Black Canyon of the Gunnison, but that's in Colorado.
Yeah, no, this is just Utah's. The Mighty Five of Utah. Hang on, I was just there.
We're at 2.
Okay, so we got to there's of course, the one I like Arches. I mean,
Okay.
that one is badass.
Sure.
And then in between, and then Canyonlands right outside of Arches.
That
And
sounds like the weakest name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of is. They were like, so we got this land and we need to give it a name.
Oh, just throw it
canyons
to
on
the
it.
Bureau of Land Management. They'll figure out another name.
Answer these questions 3, and we will make your canyon, you see.
Yeah. So it's obvious that they named Zion because it's like, oh, hey, this looks like heaven. And then the other one, they were like, Bryce really deserves to have a park named after him.
That's
He
right.
does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yep.
Yeah, like because they
It's
got
June after
they got
all.
hoodoos. The hoodoos look good.
What the hell's that?
A hoodoo.
What's a hoodoo?
It looks like that. It's like
Bryce,
it's-
give us a hoodoo
Yeah.
here on
Yeah,
the
can
air.
we?
Bryce Canyon hoodoos are the best.
No,
hoodoos.
not. Oh, Jesus, Bryce.
You give a hootie hoo.
No. See, but
Yeah, it's a HOO something like that. Anyway, yeah,
It's,
the Bryce Canyon
this.
hoodoos.
There we go.
They're
Oh,
little rock
hoodoo, we
chimneys.
do.
oh,
Don't you all dare do? People.
They're the things that are in the background of a Wile E. Coyote cartoon.
Yep.
The things that look like a bunch of rocks stacked on top of each other.
I actually once in 2021 convinced an Asian tourist that they were made
This is a
by
great prefix to a sentence.
the Army Corps of Engineers after the war went to work building national parks so that the GIs coming back had somewhere to take their new families, and that all of those hoodoos are actually nothing but scaffolding and paper mache.
They were all built.
You're an
just for that.
unconscionable liar.
Yeah.
I mean,
Unless that shit's true, because I'd buy it.
Yeah, I think
I'd buy it.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not a geologic artifact of erosion
No,
at all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
it's just Eisenhower.
It's just too
like,
good. He's like, yeah, go to work.
To
Go
support
build.
our boys coming home from the war, we're giving them an opportunity to build the
Don't call it a tower. Call it a hoodoo.
40,000 hoodoos per day.
Yeah.
That's the American
And
work
there
ethic.
you got it, folks.
But so we saw 4 out of 5, and now we need to go back and see the 5th. So we're heading back to Salt Lake City, pick up the old peanut,
Yep.
and take it down to my favorite BLM land. I shouldn't tell anyone about it, so just keep this between us. Right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Nobody else is listening. Go ahead.
It's called the Little Grand Canyon,
Okay.
Yes.
which is such a missed opportunity if we're calling it the Baby Grand.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
Maybe try to get that one off the ground. When you're at the trailhead, just be like, "Hey, you having a good time at the Baby Grand?"
yeah.
Yeah.
There's like petroglyphs there, so that's cool. And it looks like
You always come
baby
back
version
with
of the
all
Grand
these
Canyon.
crazy words, man. I don't
Yep.
know what the fuck you're talking about when you're out there in that van for so long. You're coming up with all these hoodoos and petroglyphs and
I don't-
paragliders.
That's a good question. I wonder if there are any petroglyphs on the hoodoos. That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, look, you are effectively speaking Greek at this point. I have no idea what's going
it
on.
almost is Greek.
I'll tell you this: you missed. Well, you didn't miss because it's been great today. But last year, Darren went damn near insane because it was like 100 degrees on Cinco de Mayo,
Oh,
and it didn't stop all summer.
that's true. That was a hell summer.
Brett, be my weather witness.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yes,
Like-
it's been fantastic, and thunderstorms coming in at the right moment to cool things down.
Yeah.
Every time he gets just a little bit uncomfortable,
Mm-hmm.
oh, we're below 80 again.
Yeah,
Very
keep those
nice.
thunderstorms coming.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been pretty good over the last couple days here.
yeah.
I've been loving it.
Just in time for me to get outdoor furniture. It's rained 3 days out of the 5 days that we've had outdoor furniture. Ladies and gentlemen, Bryce's Canyon.
Bryce
Hello.
Canyon Castillo.
Hi, everybody.
Bryce,
Yes.
have you ever been to a national park?
Ooh.
Any of these crazy fancy places that you seem like a rugged outdoorsman.
Yeah. I don't think I have. Now that I think about
Do you
it.
have any interest?
Yeah.
I said with
You haven't been
sturdy,
you haven't
sturdy
been to Big
conviction.
Bend.
Big Ben.
Big Bend is a national park.
Yep.
Yeah, it's on the list. Put it on the list.
All right.
Keep it on the list.
Bryce, I'm with you. I have no interest in this bullshit.
Like I went.
Like,
I've
get
been
the
to
fuck outta
Enchanted.
here.
I've been up to Enchanted Rock, but that's not a national
No.
park. That's just a.
I think the
Really
last
state-
time
maybe
I
a
went
state
to
park
a
area.
the last time I went to a natural formation like that, I was getting paid to hold a
Hold a VR
3D camera. I'll do that again if Toyota wants to pay me to record me going, "Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh,
okay, here's one.
Oh, damn, that's crazy." Then I'll do that.
How much does the quote have to be to do that? To do a VR experience, but with the new Apple Vision stuff. How much do they got to pay? But you have to film it using it. You can't like have other people like you got to be
I don't
the
think.
one.
I don't
doing
think. I don't think that we put. So number one, I would probably just give me the Vision Pro, and I think that'd be a fair trade considering it's $3,500. But we didn't talk about. We don't have that on the rundown for the main show.
Yeah.
Can
Let's talk
I
about it.
Can I just
break
say
it down.
two things that delighted me about the announcement? Number one, they called the battery rat tail a supple woven cable. Among the
That's
most
a
peak,
marketer.
the most peak Apple moments in the history of that company
Yeah.
is having a truly embarrassing design flaw, something that they are very, very, very upset with generally, historically, and saying, no, it's not a weird rat tail. It's a supple woven cable. Oh my God, I loved it. Number two,
Oh, boy.
it appeared that elements of that demo where they're announcing this product, specifically the ones where a dad is just watching old movies of his daughters that it
really
was
sad.
the exclusive domain of jaded detectives whom a madman killed his family.
That's
Or the most divorced dads, like not even regular like trial separation. No, like this
Extreme.
was ugly for 10 years divorce dad.
It is very much it's kind of mood helmety when you think about that scene, right? The beginning of the Blade Runner book, they talk about a helmet and you just dial it to the emotion you want to feel.
Yes.
And that looked exactly like it. Just I'm going to watch the 3D image of my children.
The 10-second movie of my kids
My live
playing in the
photo.
yard. It's
Yeah.
like very, very Christopher Nolan needs you to let you know that
But it
Leo
was so-
DiCaprio
slow
had
down
a
a little
life.
bit.
Yeah.
But it was so natural for you to record it, right? You just had to sit there and watch your
just watch
kids.
it.
yeah, just look at your kids with gigantic bug eyes and
moving.
hit a button.
Yeah. Oh, I'm recording, so I won't actually. No.
I mean, the question was he in the bushes while he was doing this,
It
or
was an open field.
yeah?
Yeah.
You know.
That being said, day one, I'm going to buy it.
It seems.
I'm going to buy it.
I think it's really cool.
Darren, did you see it?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it, obviously.
Yeah.
But the thing I appreciated was not once did they say augmented reality or virtual reality. In fact, I don't
Yeah.
even think they said
Don't
the
say
word
AI.
reality.
I don't think they. I don't
Yeah,
think they did.
spatial
Spatial computing.
spatial computing was
Nice.
their thing. I saw a hands-on video with Brian Tong, who I guess is no longer with CNET.
No, he's got an
used to
indie
be-
thing.
Yeah, he used to be with CNET. That's the last time that I was aware of him. That was where he was. But he had a 40-minute demo with it, and he answered the one question that I really had, which is the UI bullshit compared to the demo? And he was like, absolutely not. Like the UI is as it was advertised. Like you don't have to put your hand anywhere. He said like he was deliberately moving his hands like all over the place to do the little click thing, and it didn't matter. It just all worked. The eye tracking worked. So
Wow.
if that's the truth, then yeah, of course I'm gonna.
I'm still waiting for the killer app. I'm still waiting for the use case, and I don't even think we've seen that with like Oculus or anything, because you're always still like the UI is always like a two-dimensional plan. Like, okay, so what if we made it like they were looking at a flat screen? It's like you have the ability to do anything, and I'm not saying this like I know the solution here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like, is that really the best we could come up with?
Well, and I think that will be interesting to see it as it evolves, right? Because right now we have an easy way to make flat data, right? Like everything on your phone, apps, websites, what have you. But we don't have even a 3D like Z scale for it. Like you, if you
What's the
said
analogous?
yeah, if you said break out the New York Times into a 3D model, what would that look like? We don't exactly know, and so it'll be interesting to see what that looks like. Whether apps look like malls, if
Well,
apps
like,
look like dioramas,
right.
like what are we don't know.
I thought when I saw the demo video, I was like, oh, the creepy dad, the divorcee, is watching these like videos of his kids that were shot on his iPhone back before this new headset
I think
thing
that was
existed,
the
right?
initial thing, and then they showed like, oh no, also you can stare down your children.
I am taking a photograph of you.
Like, no, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, I want it to be like, you're there. I want to, like, in the future, when I watch Great Night, I want to put on these goggles, and I want to just sit on my couch, and I want to look to my right, and I want your bearded face there. I want to be able to reach out and go through you. Obviously, you're not gonna
Yeah,
be there,
yeah,
but like,
yeah.
that's what I want.
That would be
Make
great
that
if
happen.
the cameras had little plastic hands that would just like
The hand
slap
movement.
me.
Yeah, suddenly.
Well, hand
you're like,
cannon.
oh, they're doing it again.
I would put that.
How great would that
no,
be?
No, no,
Patreon
Look, if
level.
we can connect that to Twitch, like
we
where
can-
you can like have Vision Pro and then just slap me in the
Slap.
face. If you pay me enough money, I will take a slap in the face in the middle of the
Hottest
show.
OnlyFans
How much would
ever.
you pay on a Patreon of a podcast you love to get the same exact version of it, except you get to sit on your couch, put on your little goggles, and then when you look over here, hey, there's Eden. And you look over here, hey, there's Bryony, and there's Justin, and they're sitting on the couch with you.
Considering
where
how,
did we-
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, different
Fucking-
podcast.
Yeah.
Stop fucking liver, I guess.
Yeah, considering how unglamorous I'm aware of how podcasting is, like I would pay not at all for that because it's like imagine there's a whole factory where cookies are made. You guy who works at a cookie factory,
True,
it's like,
true.
no,
You're right. I'm asking the wrong
awkwardly
person.
trying to do a podcast is what it is.
Well, and I don't know. It's fun when Disney does it, right? Like, oh, you can watch Andor on Tatooine or
Yeah.
some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Still a two-dimensional. It's still a two-dimensional thing with just like a little background. Woo.
Well, the 3D stuff they
they've
were
got
like
3D scenes and
Oh, yeah.
environments
Yeah.
that they were saying.
that is one
That I
element
haven't
of it
seen.
where it's like strictly for Avatar 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people who are still making 3D movies, they're like, this looks unlike any way that you've ever seen a 3D movie ever because it isn't just a lenticular lens like projecting that onto your eye.
Mhm.
It's so rich definition and everything is so controlled that you were able to see it on a level that you've never seen a 3D kind of thing before, which was the number one thought that I had, is that I will just be zooming right to the part in Avatar 2 where the whale rips that motherfucker's arm clean off, because that is worth $3,500.
And you
by
could slow
itself.
it down. You could slow the whole process down.
I could sit in whatever Bryce Canyon and
Yeah.
and look at my gigantic movie theater drive-in
Sure.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just back and to the left, back
and
to the left, just with my hands. Oh my god, it's gonna be fucking great. A lot of backlash for it though.
Yeah.
People don't like that 3,500. They're like fuck this. This is bullshit. Everyone's
That gets you
retirement is
talking,
gonna
though.
tank because
I think-
Apple's in retirement funds and when a product bombs for Apple,
I mean, the fact
it's
that
gonna
they
kill the company.
the fact that they launched it and called it a Pro product, had Pro in the name,
Mm-hmm.
and
Wait, how
that's
was that?
intentional.
A Pro what?
Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah,
not
you said
Vision.
They
there
put
was
Pro in the name.
yeah, no, but there was a definition of a kind of Apple thing.
Meaning, like they
It starts
tacked
with a
pro on it.
and
So you,
then ends with the duct.
Product.
Bryce says is one word impression of Tim Cook.
nice.
My product.
Just
We make
product.
data
It
and
fucking
product.
killed me. It just killed me all around the Vision Pro announcement. It's just like what an amazing product. Anyway, yeah.
What
So they
was I
said
saying?
Pro.
Yeah,
said
they called it Pro
with the
and Pro
insinuation.
yeah, the words do kind of matter a little bit with how they position that stuff. But that price will come down. I mean, if you compare it to an Oculus or something, right? Like, yeah, totally, the price doesn't make any fucking sense. But if you compare it to like a laptop, if they figure out a way to make it work as effectively as a laptop, as a MacBook, that is an okay price for a high-end laptop. And if we're talking about
laptop,
developers-
I think like the best case I saw for it price was a friend of mine who is a graphic designer and a photographer, and he's like, look, a high-end monitor is $2,500. If you told me I could in my bag take my high-end monitor with me
In my
everywhere I go,
I'll just plug it in.
then
Yeah.
like that's worth $3,500.
Yeah, I want that.
Like if you told me that I could take my Apple Cinema display,
Yeah.
like on the road, then
'Cause-
that's not an insane price.
I'll say, I have a MacBook Air, one of the new M1s,
Mm-hmm.
and or I guess it's the older new ones, but
M2. I think M2's out.
yeah.
Right now.
But when I got that, I thought I don't have Mac apps. I'm not used to the Mac ecosystem. I will buy this thing and I won't know what to do with it. And no, I've had it a couple of years now. And I use it all the time. I know I can get shit done with it. If I wanted to edit with it, it would probably be comparable, if not better, to the desktop that I've got, which is 10 years old.
This is how I switched to a Mac. I got one because I needed to test payloads for hacking stuff. And I'm like, all right, and test the thing. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of nice.
Yeah.
And then
kinda
next thing
think,
you
what am I gonna
know,
use this
a little
for?
more, a little more. I'm like, wow, I haven't turned on the old PC in a while. Uh-oh, it's happened.
Yeah.
I'm remembering shortcuts. Crap.
The Krug in the chat points out the biggest drawback, which is 2-hour battery life, and that's with the rat tail battery that's supposed to go into your very reasonable Chico's stretch pants pockets, like the
No, the corduroy jacket. I mean, did you pay attention to that video? Dude had a corduroy jacket. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
I was talking about the Asian lady.
90s
The
has come
Asian lady
back.
had very wide-legged,
sure. Very, very comfortable.
very comfortable pants with
house
pockets.
outfit.
But you know that the fix to that is they're just going to sell you 4 batteries
Yeah.
for $400.
Or you just buy
Yeah.
buy a cheap one from China that has like 1,000,000 milliamp hours, and you.
I
plug it
guess
in.
that's the other thing is I'm suspecting that the reason why they are pushing their battery is because the cheapo batteries that you're going to get are really fucking hot and they don't want people
Oh.
burning their legs.
Probably.
Because
Oh,
what do you mean?
Yeah, I don't
cooling gel.
You're
No.
telling me motherfuckers ain't on Wish buying batteries that heat up way too much?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I've been on the other end of that. I've
Yes.
bought myself some like
I'm
exploding
not saying
batteries
that
off
China
Alibaba.
China's not able to make a battery that
But getting
doesn't burn
hot.
your leg. Where do you think Apple's buying them? Like I'm just saying that the vast when somebody
cheap
has that
ones.
exact same idea that Bryce had,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Fishman.
2-hour battery. Amazon, Wish, whatever, like 2,000-hour battery, and then they get it sent, and it's like, yeah, and that shit heats up to, you could
We
be
didn't consider the
forging a
amperage.
sword on top of it within 3 seconds.
Oh my gosh. How long do you think it'll be for someone to have their Vision Pro blow up? A la a Galaxy Note, right? My face goggles blew up on the
Well, the
New York
battery is
Post.
not in the face.
Doesn't matter.
So,
I'm not talking about facts. I'm not talking about
oh,
facts.
okay,
Darren.
okay.
I'm
Well,
talking about the story.
oh, it makes a
The
great
Vision
story.
Pro is powered on live gasoline. We pump gasoline and throw sparks at it to make the magic.
The thing that actually was
It's a
like,
revolutionary product.
well, like it's the infrared camera stuff that's like, oh, wait a second. How long until people clue into the fact that it's like blasting your eyeballs with infrared light? You know, like, and then make a big deal about that. Not like we're not already
Right.
Oh,
around
you think
IR
you're going to
light.
get eye cancer because of the infrared light?
This will be the thing.
They really
Yeah.
undersold the fact that this thing has like 12 cameras and a
pointed
million
at your
sens-
face.
Yeah, a bunch of
Oh,
them
no, no.
pointed
There's-
everywhere, including your eyes. And
The
everywhere.
only time they mentioned any like tech, anything, or even anything close to specs was when they mentioned that it's the equivalent of 2 4K displays the size of postage stamps. But everything else, no mention of tech. Even the mention of the chips is like these chips that we make and named ourselves,
Yeah.
letters and numbers. So anyway, tech is in it.
Yeah. They mentioned like they ran down like LiDAR and like X amount of cameras looking out, X amount of cameras looking in.
So they've been doing that with the silicon chips already. They've been avoiding saying like clock numbers or anything because A, people will find out already on their own, and B, like they don't want to be
Most
chased.
people don't give a shit.
They're
not
also
running.
really good at
Most
that.
people, yeah, because they
What's
don't.
my laptop? It's a MacBook Pro. What laptop did you buy 3 years ago? A MacBook Pro. Are they the same laptop? I don't know. One's 3 years old.
Anyway,
Yeah. So wait, so Darren, you and I, we're buying it,
Of course.
right?
I'm gonna have to get 2, unfortunately. You know.
You are.
Yeah.
And then what's Eva gonna do for one?
Well,
just have to get it around.
Yeah.
I'll noodle on
Yeah,
that
because
one.
me and you will have one because you're buying 2. So
Yeah.
Brett, are you interested in one? Would you use one?
No.
How would you use one? I'm giving you one. How would you use
If I
it?
could use one,
Yeah.
I would probably do some kind of music-based thing to where I could like perform music with a whole band that's in like an orchestra around me. That would be fun.
Like a conductor at?
Yeah, I could. Ooh, that would be really cool.
And it's like it tracks your hand, and so it keeps the beat based
Yep.
on.
Yeah.
I bet there's like already
good.
a Wii game that.
by the
does
way,
that.
but notice they did no rhythm games in that demo. There was
Did
not.
they show any games? Period.
They
No.
showed.
I think that there
showed
was
the DJ
minor game. Like the one thing that actually got me really excited was I think it was during the ESPN demo or the Disney demo, and they were doing ESPN stuff. And like one of the things was that they were taking their overhead camera of a basketball game, and you could just look at it on the table. You could just watch a basketball game being played on your table. But that didn't excite me. What strangely, because I will always just be a degenerate Florida man, was just having a Vegas sports book in front of me
Oh my gosh,
with
of
just
course.
like 9 different feeds playing at the exact same time. And I'm like, that could be every day.
And you could, yeah.
I'm
you
so
could
excited.
Just put your own marquees up wherever you want. Little widgets, little all sorts of shit around you. Isn't that interesting? Shit all around you.
Bryce, what would you use it for? Stroke machine?
It's cool.
Those exist for way cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need it for that.
don't need it for that.
You
Yeah.
don't need it for that. You don't need it. There's
There are
plenty.
we haven't even found our new frontiers
Zuckerberg
yet.
is selling these quests at like 200.
200.
Come on.
Yeah, man, that's a good question because at the moment, all we can think about it is compared to like regular computing.
Right.
You know, can I what do I do on a computer today that I would want to do, up in the middle of the air instead? I don't know.
I mean, if they have
Yeah.
3D cameras that are set up like on the moon,
Okay,
that
I got one.
or get that going on Mars, and then you can just go and hang out and actually live images of Mars, or slightly delayed, but as some kind of setup to where you could actually walk around and look at stuff.
I got one. So if we're doing a shoot, maybe we're doing a great night or whatever, or no, specifically for like let's say somewhere where I don't like have the big control center, everything.
Ooh.
But it would be cool to like see all of my shots and maybe either give instructions or have some sort of way to send info to camera folks.
Have
and-
a virtual stream deck.
yeah, something like that. That might be interesting.
Yeah.
You know what the creepiest thing was to me? The FaceTime situation where they show that
I did not like that, not one bit.
we're just
But-
going to AI your face. And then I correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not a translucent screen. It's opaque. And so your face is not being seen by people in the outside world. It's being projected? Question mark? Am I understanding that
Wait,
correctly?
are you talking about the eyesight, like people being able to see your eyes on a display on the front of it, or are you
Yeah,
talking about
the eyesight.
FaceTime where you can see everybody and their pictures of them holding their phones, but
Yes.
they can see a CGI rendered version of you that is created via AI, which
Both
I
of
don't
these
know.
creep me out.
I do not know why they didn't just go with the cartoon shit.
Yeah,
I've already
yeah.
made cartoon things.
Well, no,
like,
because
that would be the
you know
best
why?
way for just make me a little
No, because
cartoon.
Cartoon Zuckerberg without legs.
Yeah,
That's
you're
why.
right. Yeah, they were like
it would just be-
Zuck fucked it up.
Exactly.
Zuck
And also,
fucked
who
it.
wants an avatar in the metaverse when you could do the Apple thing and say, we just created a CG version of you. Let's just hope we don't do
Here's a
anything
shitty
weird
Grand
with
Theft Auto character. Like that's way cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not in love with I don't know. Give me a cool thing.
'Cause
I'm wearing my headsets. I can see it.
it. The first thing I'm thinking is, all right, so
Here's the thing. I actually don't like being on FaceTime anyway. So it'd be better if you did not make me show my face.
well,
I show my face for money. That's it, Mom. Here's my PayPal.
oh wow.
You want to talk to me? Do it on Instagram.
Yeah, so my thought was like, all right, if you're wearing the goggles and you're on a FaceTime call and everybody else is holding their stupid iPhone up to them and you get to see them, and I'm like, oh, what do they get to see? What do they see of you? Oh, an AI thing. Great. Well, what if they're wearing goggles? Oh, you see an what if everybody's wearing goggles? So it's just a bunch of AIs talking to AIs?
Yeah.
Can we have that as an option now in on your iPhone when you do a FaceTime call? Just like, oh, my hair is terrible right now. Can I get the AI version of me? Boop.
I could see that.
That could be like a feature that trickles down into.
I think because we already got the
Bitmoji.
like, you know, like, oh, there's a background. We got used to that real quick, where it's like, all right, we'll cut out my background so it doesn't look like a messy room and make it like Cheers or something. But like now, no, do my you know, AI. Now I'm a knight and I'm riding with Charlemagne.
Make me handsome.
Yeah, I'm on a horse. This horse stepped on a peasant's head. Anyway, I hope everybody had a good time at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. What if that peasant was an actual person that was like
Also on the call,
yeah, and just like
And
why
they- and
what? Oh!
they were a peasant with a crushed head.
Yes, that
It was
was
just the horse's foot
yes,
just kept coming
over
down.
and over.
And they're like, I don't know, the date went well. I think he's cute.
I've been playing with AI. And
Oh,
did exactly
VR
that.
persona support. Oh, it's gonna be big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be you wanna know what? We're just gonna leave it right there.
Yep.
We're gonna leave it right there. We're not gonna go into it. Not until July.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
holy
that's not going to
shit.
translate on the feed, but that's me. So I'm playing with different VR stuff, and
Wow.
so you feed your.
That is just like Darren, a talking portrait of Darren, like he's a fucking Harry Potter painting.
Yeah, because I've got a bunch of these videos to do for payloads and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm on the road, so I don't have a studio. And I'm like, all right, well, given the format of the thing, really it's just like a wide shot of me for like the first 20 seconds to like set up the thing. And then we go into the screencast and I'm inside a little circle in the bottom right. And then maybe some like, you know, like call to action at the end. All right, cool. I can do that at Bryce Canyon. Be like, check it out the payload. Also Bryce Canyon, huh? Right? But then when we go into like, ooh, now let's go into Payload Studio. Like it's okay for me to be VR.
Yeah.
In that context, because I'm just cyberpunk, buddy.
Yeah.
Right? So the trick is get a photo of yourself and then run that thing through Midjourney and then take that Midjourney output and run it through DID Studio. And it's still your voice. You're still like, I'm still like doing a screencast. I'm still recording my audio just like I normally would. It's incantations. It's terrible.
Yes.
It's like Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
Because it's taking a photograph and videoifying it. But if I make the thumbnail small enough, no one will
I think
care.
you can get away with it.
I think I
Yeah.
can get away with it
I
too.
think-
We'll
yeah.
see. We'll see.
Especially if you introduce it, you're like, this is Darren Bot.
Yeah. And
I'm
it's-
going to be out in Bryce Canyon. Take it away, Darren Bot.
Yeah, oh, I throw to myself. I love that. Thank you.
That's it.
Thank
That's why
you.
you have to come back. All right, Bryce, we'll be in the studio. Bye.
All right. Thank you to the Green Room, Great Room, Whole Dang Thing. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the rest of the Green Room, Great Room, Whole Dang Show. Bryce Castillo still navigating you in and out of this whole dang thing. Bryce Castillo, Bryce Canyon, Bryce, all of the things. I don't know. Hello, everybody. Let's do really quickly our birthday border. This is the part of the show where we go and give some birthday shout-outs that all of you have let us know about in our birthday border channel. Go to our Discord, discord.greatnight.tv. Let us know, including Velmathris's birthday was just after last week's episode. Their champagne birthday turned 31 on the 31st. Happy birthday, Velmathris. BC Smith 007 had a birthday on the 1st. Happy birthday, BC Smith. Reject's birthday is the 1st, and their daughter's birthday was on the 31st. Happy birthday to both of you. Let's see. On the 2nd was Amish Overlord's birthday. Happy birthday, Amish Overlord. Pamela's birthday was yesterday on the 5th. Happy birthday, Pamela. Let's see a few more here. Vlad's birthday is next week on the 11th. Gilbert is going to turn 93. Ow! Happy birthday upcoming to Gilbert. Thank you to everyone who lets us know about the birthday borners over in our Discord, discord.greatnight.tv. That's the link you can go to. Let us know about it. Annaliese, are you joining? Are you here with us?
Am I? Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
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 Well, you wanted to show me something with your garden, right?
Yes.
Can I? Please. Would you like to set this up?
Sure. So turns out I really like growing sunflowers, and we've got our first sunflower of the year, except it's not really. There's a whole bunch in front of my house, but they're not as exciting. And also, I'm not putting the front of my house on the stream.
Okay.
So I've got a ton of sunflowers planted, like a ton of different varieties. Like I can't even remember.
There are
how
different.
many.
I guess. Okay, this is going to be a dumb question because
Yep.
I understand it, but
All right.
there are multiple types of sunflowers.
Oh yeah. Turns out there are.
Okay, interesting. And
So
the sun, the moonflower's got to be a thing.
Moonflowers are a different thing. Yes.
Flowers got, oh,
I'm gonna have a moonflower garden next year. That is a thing.
Okay. So you're growing the sunflowers. How is you got the this one looks great. This one's looking great. IMO.
Yeah, that's one flower on a plant that's about 6 feet tall, and at the top of it, there's I think 4 pretty big ones. This one is just one of the smaller ones, sort of toward the middle.
Oh, it's just a tiny one.
Yeah, this is this is the one that had the cute little bug on it.
Ah, yeah. Now, how long? When do you plant something like this? When does something like this get begun?
Okay, so if you are actually paying attention to when you're supposed to plant stuff like this,
Yeah.
you can put these in the ground like any time of fall or winter, and then they'll grow when they're actually supposed to grow. But because we have a long growing season here in Texas, you can put them in the ground any time from like the first frost of the year through like I actually just planted a whole nother batch of them, and they will bloom for I think they have a 60 to 90 day grow period,
Oh, okay.
depending on what type it is.
So how far along is say this one? This
Oh, this one's fully grown. This one,
Okay.
This is one of the accidental ones. that's
Accidental?
Actually, I've got raised beds.
Uh-huh.
This is actually in one of the raised beds it's not supposed to be there, but every year I manage to get one sunflower in that bed by accident. But I
That's a
let
good
it stay
accident.
there because, like, why not?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So okay. This is I've got a maybe dumb question about plants. I don't know a lot of plant stuff, so sue me.
Let's teach you. It's okay.
When a plant blooms,
Mm-hmm.
okay, the plant blooms and the flowers, you can see the petals,
Yeah.
and then eventually
Which side is the butt? Is what he's asking.
no,
Where's
dude,
the butt on a flower?
No, what?
It depends on the flower. But go on.
What? When
Name a flower. We'll find out where the butt is.
when it passed its bloom, right? When it dies? Question mark. What should happen? Should it regrow in the same place? Should it die and regrow from the beginning? Is it?
Depends. Is it a perennial? Is it an annual? Is it a self-reseeding annual?
A what?
It's
Okay, so the quick answer is it varies.
okay.
Sunflowers are annuals that happen to reseed themselves very, very well.
This was like a bush sort of looking.
Do you have something in particular?
Prescott or
that's hoping to
W?
come
This
back?
this is more of just a little. I'm doing a little bit of CSI over here. I'm trying to figure out maybe an autopsy after the fact of why maybe one of my little fellas didn't stick
Oh
around.
no. What kind of plant was
It was my aster.
it? Was
a
your,
little-
oh yeah, those are annuals.
and so
So they're
So
supposed to
don't-
die?
Yeah. Yes,
Bryce,
they-
you didn't do anything wrong.
No, you didn't.
it was supposed to
Bryce
entirely
did nothing
die.
wrong.
Yes.
And I feel like someone told me that too, but I didn't.
Might have
I
been
didn't
me.
understand. I didn't get it.
You
I thought-
personalized death.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh,
You made it about you.
You poor thing. No, all
You
of,
couldn't
like,
even let this
sunflowers,
bush have
asters-
something for itself. You had to make it about you.
Well, I thought I don't know. I thought I killed it. I thought I killed
You
the
thought
motherfucker.
you were Jack the bush ripper.
Jack the
Ah, that's
No, dude,
that's not
that's
good.
why they sell them. They sell them.
Don't
at
search for
grocery
that on
stores.
Kiwi Farms.
Jack the sower.
Yeah.
I was like that.
What's
you
the
gotta
opposite?
rebuy them every
Reaper?
year.
Oh,
Reaper.
no. Yeah, let's
Can't do that one either.
stay away from that one.
Jack the Reaper. Okay, well, then I feel a little better now. Okay.
Oh no, totally not your fault. No, those are designed for you to rebuy them every year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought
It's a
like
scam by the man.
yes, because I
Yeah.
bought it in. I bought it Weed had already kind of was blooming to begin with.
Yep.
So I thought, a new friend. Welcome to the crew. Oh, okay. Anyway, well, I learned something about plants now.
Now, do they like fully die, or like will they come back in the next year, or they're just like dead?
Yeah, if it's an annual, like if it's any kind of aster, sunflower, daisy, whatever, they will just die off.
So you'll need to plant new ones.
Yep.
If you
Okay.
want them.
Yeah, or just buy new ones from the grocery store that are
Yeah.
already grown.
Yeah, I mean, I got mine at a food truck park that had the gardening people there that day.
Oh.
And I don't know. It was okay.
Well, you know, next time you want to plant, you are welcome to check with me.
Okay.
I can help you find your new, not forever friend, but maybe more than a couple of months friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll definitely take you up on that. Okay, it's about time for the shoe. Thank you very much, Annaliese. Let's get ready and give everyone a moment to get in their positions. Of course, we're going to have a great night for you in just a few moments. Of course, you can support us at any time. That's right, 24/7 over at patreon.com/greatnight. That's where you can give us a couple of bucks, get access to our Bones podcast, our bonus podcast every week. It's a lot of fun. Double up on how great your night can be. Patreon.com/greatnight. I see he's asking if I've tested my seat wrecker on Justin's new chairs. Not yet.
I have new chairs, Bryce.
I've heard he's got nice new chairs.
Bring that fat ass on down.
Don't tempt me with a good time. All right, let's see here. Is everybody here? Let's get ready for a shoe. Why don't we? All right, let's do this. Justin, are you good?
Yeah.
Annaliese,
Yes.
Kenan,
Yarm.
Brett.
Hello, friend.
Hello. The chat in our beautiful studio audience. That's all the crew today. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Let's do the do. Let's do it.
We're
We're gonna do all of our do. Brett, are you ready to do some do?
How much do? All the do.
All of the do.
All-
If you've got all of it,
I
take
do
all
have
of it.
all of it. Let's just give it out.
let's do that then. Okay. I'll count you in.